Good man.
You guys want to start?
Go ahead.
Sounds good.
Okay, hi everyone. We're group 3. Let's see, today we're going to talk about breakout groups in Adobe Connect, and we're each going to take turns talking about some of the major features. We're not planning on being exhaustive by any stretch. So just give me one sec. Okay, so here's our agenda for today. Can you all see that?
Yep.
Thanks, Craig. Okay, so we're going to first do an overview of what broadcasting and sharing features Adobe Connect has, and Ryan will be doing that. And then Jeff's going to move into the layout and design and some of the admin settings for Adobe Connect. Then Ryan will take over again, and he'll talk about how you can record and share your lectures. Carmen will move into polling. I'm going to talk about breakout groups, and Robert will talk about the dynamic feedback that you can do during chat, and Jeff will talk about live chat. Later, Carmen will talk about the education file transfer system. I'm going to briefly talk about the online resource list pod, and finally, Robert will talk about some of the implications for mobile learning. So I'll just stop sharing and pass this over to Ryan.
All right. Well, welcome everyone. So my affordance is to talk a bit about the dynamic collaboration that Adobe Connect affords us, specifically as educators. So just like the session that we're in right now, we're having this live interactive broadcast session. And one of the key affordances is this ability to share out different resources on my or the instructor's screen to everyone who's connected to it. So what you should be seeing in the front of your screen right now is a sort of a large blank grayish area. And there's an option for me that I can select that says I want to share out some option. And I have different options that I can do. Unfortunately, you can't see it on your screen, but what I'm seeing is a little dialog box that allows me to share out my entire desktop or share out a specific application or a window or a component of my window. So I was just going to demonstrate this kind of quickly. Like from an instructional point of view, a lot of our subject matters, we can put resources on our screen. Let's say a PowerPoint presentation, or we're having a whiteboard, and we can talk and dynamically broadcast that information at the same time. So what I'm going to do here is just simply switch over to my desktop, and I'm hoping that you should be able to see, as an example, just a web browser. So can you see that? Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, good. Someone's responding. So if I was doing a class and I was just wanting to research a particular topic, I could even open up Google and start talking about it and dynamically share a window or an application with the class. So kind of a very powerful tool. The downside, or something you got to be careful with this, is if you've got your own personal, and I do, this is my personal desktop, it's going to broadcast everything. So you got to be careful, because sometimes you can find personal stuff on people's desktop when you're sharing this out. So you got to be careful. Now, the other option is I could just simply share out an application. So I wouldn't have to worry about people seeing what's on my desktop. I could just share out maybe a Microsoft Word program or an AutoCAD program or a PowerPoint presentation, for example. Very powerful tool in being able to, I think, share out your resources. And I think it's one of the key affordances that the Adobe Connect program provides us. Now, I'll just show you another one here while I've got you here. Is if you might have a document that you want to share with a class, and it allows us to